Hello, we are doing our math homework for tonight, and we're not going to say the answers.
Not going to do the answers. We're working on analyzing line plots, practice 10-1, which is April 1st homework, right? This is new. We're kind of on a new subject. Line plots are kind of fun because you're taking a whole bunch of data that doesn't mean much and you're summarizing it so you can learn from it. So we're just going to kind of talk through them. I'm not going to give the answers because the homework's not due till tomorrow, but we'll talk about how to get to the answers. Number one, I think it's Annie and her friends. They recorded bowling shoe sizes, and so they've plotted line plots for how many people were which size. So it says which two bowling sizes occur the most often. So the way you do that, you just look and see which two have the most dots, right? Most plots. So the answer, if you're looking for the two that had the sizes that occur the most often, it's the two that have the most plots on top of them. So that's pretty clear. Number two, kind of similar, a pearl diver recorded the sizes of the pearls in a batch. Which three pearl sizes occurred the least often? Well, all of the sizes on there have at least one plot. So then you just look for the ones that have the least plots, and if they're
which would probably be which they would most likely only have one.
Yeah, and it looks like there are three of those, so that helps with that. So in the first one, with the bowling shoes, how many of Annie's friends have size 6.5 shoes? You just have to look and see, and if there's no plot there, then that would be a 0 probably, and you could explain it that way. Exercise 2, how many pearls were in the batch? So how do you figure out how many pearls were in this whole batch?
Just gotta count them, I guess.
Just count how many plots there are, right?
Yeah.
And that's the population, the size of the graph.
Okay. Switch
So
to the
that
back.
first page was pretty straightforward.
Yeah,
It had an example. It's a little bit more confusing on the back page here.
Okay, here's what the back looks like.
The first one is easy.
So I have to tell you, when you guys handed me your homework tonight and I started looking at his data up here, I thought that needs to be plotted out. So I went above his head and I plotted it, and then I looked down below the data and realized they'd already plotted it for us. And so I probably should have read the problem all the way through, which is a good math lesson. Read it all the way through before you start doing work. You should probably see if it's there. So the first question it says is Cole collected data on gas prices at different gas stations. How many gas stations were in the data set? So you just look at the data, and you've got 5 across and 3 down. So you would multiply 5 times 3, and that would be how many pieces of data were in the data set. And then you can also do the same thing down on the plot down here. You can count the number of plots to figure out that. So and how do you figure out which ones occur the most often?
You could count these or these.
Yeah, so this is a summary down here of the data up there. Which gas price occurred the most often? Like the first page, is there one particular one that has more dots than the others? And there is, so that would be your correct answer for most often. Now 7 and 8 are kind of interesting. Cole bought 10 gallons of gas. Is this Cole Fletcher that did this? Why is he buying gas?
He does have a channel. I think it is called Tonight We Steal the Moon.
Okay. I don't know how to spell that. So Cole bought 10 gallons of gas at the gas station with the lowest price. He paid for that with two $20 bills. Write and solve an equation to find his change. So you can go down to the plot. You can find the lowest price. There, it's there. So your equation probably, if he paid for it with two $20 bills, it's probably 2 times the value of the bill, will give you a dollar amount that you have that he paid with, minus the number of gallons times the price he paid, which is the lowest price on here. So you'd have A times B minus C times D equals his change. And so a hint on that is that the change is going to be the difference in 2 times the value of the bill minus, you can explain the number 8 here. Steve bought 10 gallons of gas at the gas station with the highest price. How much more than Cole did he pay for gas? How would you do that equation, Harrison?
So if Steve has the highest price, then it'd be that one.
It'd be the
The
highest.
highest price is how many cents different than the lowest price?
Yeah. It would be
You can say.
5.
So there's 5 cents difference between the
Yeah.
highest and lowest price, and he had 10. He paid for that for 10 gallons. So 5 cents a gallon times 10 would be your answer, right? Okay.
Max, do this one.
Max number 8 here. Be precise. Mrs. Dugan plans to serve 100 barbecue sandwiches at a company picnic. Remember when we go to the grocery store and you can get hamburger buns in either packs of 8 or packs of 12? That's what it's talking about here.
Okay.
So how many packages, if she bought, she's putting barbecue on hamburger buns, I guess that's okay. And we do that too. So if she needs 100 buns, because she needs 1 bun per sandwich, I'm thinking, then if you, and what's interesting is they come in packs of 8 or 12. What's 8 times 12?
It's a number which
Just under 100.
yeah,
isn't it?
just under 100, and so the answer would be that number, but you'd have stuff remaining, so you'd have to add another pack.
So I think the key here is you might not use the complete pack,
Yeah.
but you have to have just barely more than 100 instead of barely less than 100, or you can't make 100 sandwiches, can you?
I mean, you never know. People might come back for a second.
They might come back for seconds.
Like me.
Yeah, that's right. So you'd have to have enough packages to get over 100 if you're going to break a package into partials, right? Okay. So Nene had $9.25 this morning, and she spent $4.50 for lunch, and she spent $3.50 on school supplies. So write an equation. Janet had $9.25. Write and solve an equation to find M. So your equation is probably going to be something like, she started with $9.25, so you'd say $9.25 minus, then you'd open your parentheses and put $4.50 plus $3.50 and close your parentheses equals M.
The answer.
Equals M.
Yeah. And then on this one, it's pretty straightforward.
So
It says
use the line plot at the right. How much older is the oldest player than the youngest player?
This is kind of tricky
Yeah.
though.
So
There's somebody there that there's nobody's on that.
on the youngest one, so you'd have to go to the next one.
Youngest
right.
one, and
Right.
how much older they are from the younger they are from the oldest.
Yeah.
And then there you have your answer.
There you go.
Well, thanks for watching. Bye.
Hold on a minute. We have a sponsor. Our sponsor is Yeti. We love to have Yeti cups because they help us to drink during the day. Thanks for sponsoring.
Drink the day.
And have a nice one. Bye.